Hey, so just wanted to give you guys an update on the nursery because things are actually going pretty well. So I've had a successful market down at Ramble Reel Farm. Their Saturday Slowdown. Do that again next month. And I've had some retail sales through the website, and I have had a few wholesale orders as well, which is quite nice. And so you might be able to see there's an empty table over there, which all of these were completely full. There's an empty table there now. It's a little bit empty space at the end of this one over here. So that's hard to do. There, and a little bit there. And a little empty space on the tables out front too. And so that's a nice feeling. A little bit scary though. It's like you always want to have inventory. I still have a ton of inventory, but yeah, gonna have to work a little bit more to fill up that table with some new seedlings soon. Yeah, it's going pretty well, guys. Pretty happy with it. Met some really cool people through this whole process, and I've had some interesting challenges, some interesting problems to solve. One being this incredible drought that we're in right now. Yesterday it was 100 degrees, and I put a thermometer out on the grass in the front yard, and it laying on the ground there, it registered 122 degrees. And then well, prior to that, I put one in the woods, did a little experiment just to see sort of what the temperature difference is there. And it was 95, 96 in the forest and 122 on the ground in the sun. So that just tells you the importance of trees. And so that's sort of why native plants are important, and native shrubbery and all that, and not just vast oceans of grass everywhere, which isn't great, especially if you live in a hot place like North Carolina during the current trend of global temperatures. One thing that is cool, speaking of trees right now, that's going on here are the pawpaw seedlings are starting to pop up. So that's going to be the next thing. Got a ton of pots ready to go down here. Just trying to build that up. So pretty soon I can just start up potting all those pawpaws. But I'll show you, let's go over there right now actually and look at those. I'll show you what's going on in pawpaw land. So here we are. I got this bit of chain link fence just to keep animals out, squirrels sort of, my dogs, keep them from messing with the pots. But you see all these little pawpaw seedlings popping up here. They're kind of cool. So they do this like fairly big shepherd's hook thing, very tall. I think that's to like push through leaf litter or sand in the sort of natural environment. But yeah, you can see a bunch of good examples of it right there. But yeah, I got a woolly aphid on that one. But yeah, so tons of pawpaws. So that's what's coming next in the nursery. If you're in the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Hillsborough area and you're looking for pawpaws, well, check me out. I'm gonna have them very soon. Not offering them on the website the moment that I put them in pots, because I want to make sure that they're good for you. I want to make sure that they will survive the transplanting process. Some of them won't. So I want to make sure that they get through that and they're healthy trees, and I'll have them in 1 gallon pots. And yeah, that's the next thing that's going to be available. Here's my sick plant quarantine right here next to them. It's probably not a great placement for it, but yeah, I'm trying to get my shade cloth correct. So I'm going to take this one and zip tie some rods to either side. And by rods, I just mean an 8-foot 2x2, like those right there. And then that can sit over the top of these PVC racks that I have. And these are adjustable height. I can swap out the length of this, which is just held in with 5 screws. So a screw on either side, so this can slip up, slip out, be changed out to give me a different height if I need it. You can see that that one over there on the Lobelia cardinalis, the cardinal flower, those are very short plants, so I have very short rack on top of that. These are button bushes. They're slightly taller already, and they will become much taller. So I have a slightly taller thing on here. Over here, you see I have an even taller one on the spice bushes, similar to the one that I have over there. So another thing that I can do that I've been having to try to engineer lately is some sort of irrigation system. But I need to make it modular, and I need to make it movable and easily reconfigurable. So this is what I have arrived at. I've got my nozzles coming out from T's, but this just goes to a garden hose quick connect fitting. So I can just hook a garden hose up to that really easily, turn it on with the valve at the end of my garden hose, and then this goes and mists out of these nozzles. And at the other end, I have the other quick connect and a valve. So I can basically daisy chain these things. I can put another hose in here, run it over there, flop another one of these irrigation rods across the top of another table, and have multiple of them going. So the next thing would be to just sort of have those kind of where I need them and have them on timers to make it automated. But I'll show you the process of sort of flopping those over and hooking them up. It's pretty easily, and I'll show you a little footage of them in action as well. Yeah, so here's an example of the shade cloth in action. This is out front where everything is much more sunny. Just now, this point in the afternoon, starting to get shady. That one's still in full sun. This is a 50% shade cloth. That's a 30% shade cloth. And I've got the irrigation hooked up underneath here, and it is in that daisy chain configuration like I was saying. So this one flows out here after going through all the little sprinklers there, and this one is connected to that one. And yeah, so I just zip tie the shade cloth to these sticks, hang that on both sides. That keeps it nice and tense. Yeah, everything's working out pretty well. So that's the update of the nursery. I got a little, I guess we'll finish on a garden note. I'll just go ahead and take you through there. But yeah, this severe drought. Nothing's happy. Lots of things have died. I've also neglected the garden this year in favor of working on the nursery quite a bit. But here's that pumpkin that I did a video about recently. Looks like absolute crap now. Did not produce as much as I was hoping, but I did get 3 pumpkins out of it that should start to ripen off soon. They're small-ish, but they look amazing and just very cool looking pumpkin fruits. And so I'm looking forward to them. Deep orange with this cool speckling. I bet they're going to taste good because the parent plant of this tasted great. So we'll make some soups, we'll make some pies, save those seeds. Then down here in the garden, yeah, so the sorghum's looking fine. It's this needs to be grown more. This is a great food plant. It's a cool grain that it just laughs off drought. It does not care about drought. Got a little bit of a native planting there with a ground cherry popping up in the middle, and all of them are looking good. The Joe Pye weed, the ironweed, some senna, late purple asters, mints and stuff. And then out here we got the corn, and the corn is doing great. This is the power of mulch. So deep hardwood mulch from where we had some trees taken down in that giant pile over there. Spread that all around here, and it's holding the moisture in great. So the corn is not super affected by the drought. And the tomatoes are doing good. We got all kinds of stuff going on out here. More of these ground cherries. Ground cherries are everywhere. I planted them once years ago, and I've not planted them since. I just kind of let them pop up as a weed. I eat them out here in the garden and spit the seeds out, and then I see them again next year. But yeah, this corn's doing great. This is about as tall as I am at this point. Got a black nightshade there that just came up as a weed. Now it's a massive plant. I like the little berries off of them. Looks like we got a, what is that, a primrose, evening primrose right there. But yeah, the corn is doing great because of all this mulch here, and so are the tomatoes. I haven't really watered any of this. These tomatoes are recovering from being gnawed back to almost nothing by deer once they realized that that sprinkler over there couldn't quite reach here, and that one up there couldn't quite reach here either. So they took advantage of that, and now I have another one right over there that can reach here. They did a similar thing with the sunchokes earlier as well, and that's why I placed that one there. And now those are recovering, looking great. I bet there's a ton of food in the ground right there. Yeah, the little pomegranate I put in this nook where I couldn't move these two boulders when I was building the rock wall is bushing out, looking pretty good. Tomatoes starting to make tomatoes. But yeah, that's the garden, and that's the nursery. In spite of drought, things are doing really well. Very verdant, very green. Things are looking sunny. Outstanding.